Hello everyone and welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, now part 3 for episode 53. Rolling through these Ultra member submissions, let's continue and see what else people have for us. Figures. Alright, let's continue.
Hey Mom, what you doing? Oh yeah? Well, I'm just... Man, am I hungry. I was up pretty late last...
You guys know who Verne Troyer is? It's remarkable. I mean, he looks like he's pretty popular on YouTube. Verne Troyer was the actor who played Mini-Me in the Austin Powers movies. And then he went on to obviously do some more stuff, comedy stuff and stuff like that. But I didn't know what he was up to today. Apparently he's a YouTuber and he's making 27 million views on cooking vlogs 7 years ago. I wonder if he's still as popular, but that's pretty damn good.
Last night watching Man vs. Food. Because of that, I'm craving burgers. Unfortunately, I don't have what I need.
This is well shot. It's obviously, he probably has a professional crew working with him. It's very well shot. He died? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's so sad. He passed away? Oh, that sucks. I had no clue. Wow, he was doing really well for himself on YouTube. 27 million views, right? Damn, that's really sad. I had no idea. He died in 2018. Oh, man. Well, rest in peace to Verne. I had no clue.
It's a really nice day today, like it pretty much always is here in California. I think we're gonna barbecue. I got some charcoal, a little small grill. So now we're just heading to the grocery store, pick up the meat. Lettuce, tomato, onion. I like onion on my burger, so I gotta have some onion. Now we're going to the vegetable section. Gotta
I
get
also like onion on burger. It's delicious.
tomatoes, lettuce, and onion. We're making sliders, so this should be like the perfect fit. Well, we got our lettuce.
Iceberg? Nah, I prefer like a green leaf lettuce on a burger.
Getting my workout is like a mountain climb just to get the onion. It's like a basketball for me. I seen a thing that said bread. Since we're making sliders, we're gonna get these Hawaiian bread rolls. They're already small buns, so I think we're gonna get those wherever they're at. I found it. I think I got the last one.
You did get the last one, damn.
We're gonna get the ground bison, natural ground bison. Vegetarian fed diet. So yeah, looks good.
Okay,
I don't think
bison meat is so good. You guys have no idea if you've never tried. Oh, by the way, apparently this video is getting claimed. So I'm actually going to skip the rest of it. I didn't check, and apparently the video is getting claimed. Bison meat is ridiculously good. It is full of flavor. It definitely tastes a little different than beef for sure. It's not fatty. It's not a fatty meat at all. But it is full of flavor. And, yeah, super duper good. I recommend if you've never had bison meat or bison burgers before, try having a bison burger. You will love it. I think they're absolutely delicious. You know what's really good? Hot sauce on a bison burger. It's actually quite good. That's one of the few things that I would ever have hot sauce on. I used to go to this place called Merritt Canteen when I lived in Connecticut, and they have a bison burger. You can put whatever you want on it. I would have it with cheese and hot sauce. It is super duper good. Anyway, yeah, it sucks. The video got claimed, and so we can't watch more of it, because if I do, this stream will get shut down, so there's nothing I can do about it. So we'll just move on to the next video. Sucks. That was actually a good video. I was enjoying it, and now we can't watch the rest of it. I hate YouTube sometimes, man. Oh, wait a minute. I skipped the video. I gotta go back. What is this?
The firefighters worked tirelessly to tackle the blaze that engulfed an entire
This is like a
three-story
parody.
townhome in
It's
West
not a real
Philadelphia.
news report.
The family
No.
of 4 was saved thanks to the efforts of one firefighter, Shane McGillis. Shane, you fought this fire for 3 hours.
Yeah. It was pretty brutal up there.
Can you confirm this is you?
The...
Yeah, that's this is.
We have an unnamed source claiming you may in fact be a white supremacist.
I'm not a white supremacist. I just saved an entire family up there, and not that it matters at all, but those were Mexicans.
The family was in fact Guatemalan.
This is like the third week in a row this guy's been submitted, right? That's pretty good, actually. All right. Was he on, is he on SNL? I don't even know who this guy is. I have no idea who this guy is at all. But this is literally the state of American politics right now. And it's, by the way, I'll say it goes both ways, too. Like, the two political parties in America hate each other so much. I say America, I mean the United States. They hate each other so much that literally they will completely ignore anything that you have ever done and say you're a villain if you're on the side that you don't like, right? Seriously. And I joke about this too because people have said, are you going to do political commentary? Are you going to do politics at some point? And I say, I think eventually we're going to get into it. But man, it's so hard for me to determine when the right time would be because right now in the United States, there are so many people that are like, either you're with me politically or you're dead to me. And I think that's the stupidest thing you could do. I think that you should have an open mind going through life. But like right now, if I were to make some political stuff right now, okay? If some people don't agree with it, they would be like, well, that's it. Well, Phil, sorry. I was a lifelong fan of you. I watched it since I was 8 years old. Now I'm like in my 20s. But by the way, I can never watch a piece of gameplay you ever do again. I can't listen to your podcast. I'm done. I'm unsubscribing and I'll never support you ever again because you don't agree with me politically. And that I don't understand. I really don't. I mean, we see it all the time, constantly. This kind of attitude. It's like, I can agree to disagree on certain issues, but still like you for other stuff. Right? Like, there's certain political things I absolutely hate and don't agree with, but that doesn't mean that someone's not creative, isn't funny, isn't, you know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous. And that's just exactly how things are going with American politics right now. So, regardless of what side of the aisle this guy is on, because people are saying in the chat, oh, this guy's a very, like, conservative guy or whatever. Regardless of that, this is a spot-on sketch. It's like the guy just saved 3 people in a burning building, but because he's a Trump supporter and they hate Trump, they say that he's a white supremacist and he's a villain, right? And it goes the other way, too. Just understand, this is a one-sided sketch, but it definitely goes the other way, too, in American politics, where, oh my God, if someone's like a liberal and you're a conservative, you have to hate them. Nothing they do can be of any value. Hate Hollywood, hate everything because it's all liberal, right? So, yeah, this is one of the major reasons why I'm still, to this day, have not done that, because people just cannot separate art from the artist. They can't separate politics from other parts of life for some sad reason. So, anyway. All right, let's continue. I don't even have to watch the rest of it, because I know where the skit's going. It's actually a good skit. Okay. All right, so by the way, I don't even know what this video is. We're going to try to figure this out. The person who submitted this video asked me a question. They said, are you okay with videos that have to do with psychotropic drug use? Or was it psychedelic drug use? It was one or the other, because they have interesting videos from a person like this guy, and they says this guy kind of supports that and actually has talked and advocated it. And would that be okay? I don't even know. Like, I personally don't advocate the use of any drugs, okay? I'm not, that's not me. I mean, we're watching, reacting to videos. You would think I should be able to watch a video and react to it and I'd be okay. I'm not condoning, I'm not sponsoring what's said in the video, right? So my question is, why on earth would I be held responsible for that? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I just don't, I just don't know. I'm worried that YouTube is so dumb that it would be like, oh yeah, you put this on your channel, now your channel is like fucking demonetized or something, right? Let's see what this is, because I don't even know what this is. Who is the master who makes the grass green? Let's see what this is. School of Genius presents. This looks like an old video. Reality Tunnels, a Cine lesson by Master Bob. What the fuck? What is this? What are we even watching? I don't even know what this is.
Who is the master who makes the grass green?
What the fuck? This is like a mind-controlling video or something. They're trying to mind control us here with weird shit. What the fuck? What are we watching? Does anything ever actually happen in this? This is MK Ultra. This is actually what they use to brainwash people. Oh, I see. So now we're all, apparently we've just been hit with a voodoo curse by watching this video. That's interesting. What? It's like The Ring. We all watch this. What happens in 7 days? Does someone come to our house to smoke pot or something? Right? Yeah, look how weird this is. So there's a, like, what is going on in this video? Nothing. It's just a hand. Green Blut. Zen. There's a dog. What the fuck? Wanted. $10,000 reward. What is going on in this video? Another dog. What the fuck? Look at this. It's sad that I have to fast forward to make sure that it's actually a legit video after that other one, right? Here, you want to watch a little bit from the middle?
They never can produce it. It's a mathematical abstraction. You try to find a normal dog, a normal human being, a normal Irishman, a normal Portuguese, a normal American. You can't find them. There is no such thing. But everything turns out to be uniquely itself and uniquely perverted from the norm.
Who is the master who makes the grass green?
Well, it has to do with language, as Nietzsche pointed out. It gets tiresome to say this leaf, that leaf, the next leaf, leaf number 4, leaf number 5, so we say leaves. And then sooner or later some asshole like Plato comes along and says that leaves really exist. And they don't realize we created them. So the reality isn't haunted by the abnormal or the paranormal. The normal has been invented by a process of self-hypnosis, of creative imagination.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's like, this makes no sense. You're right. It does make no sense. Like, the only thing I can say is, I think what they're getting at is humans, particularly, have a level of self-awareness and philosophical thought, correct? Animals don't have that. When an animal exists, it just exists. It's out there and it looks around and it says, things are here, interact with them, right? I need this to live, eat it. I need this to live, drink it. Defecate because you have to survive. Humans are the only creatures that have this element of self-awareness where they distinctly think about why they do things, right? Choice, the element of choice, free will, correct? Like, we have all these ideas, and I think what he's saying is it's all invented. Like, it doesn't really exist. It's a human invention. What's normal, what's not, isn't a human invention. The word leaf is a human invention. Leaf doesn't exist. There is a thing on a tree that is a leaf, but we created that, right? We invented language. We invented these notions of what's real, what's not, you know what I mean? And so I kind of understand, I think I understand philosophically what he's saying, but the video is so odd that it doesn't really portray it in a very good way, right? Like, I think if they should have the guy sitting there talking would be better than this video. This video is just a weird way to do it, right? A stoner vid. I mean, essentially, that's what it is. He's talking big philosophy in a really weird video, right? That is so odd. Yeah, animals are self-aware, but to a lesser extent. But animals aren't going to sit there and label things words. They're not going to sit there and debate philosophy. They're not going to say we need to eat organic food, right? That's all human constructs. These are all, and I think that's what this guy's getting at. The idea of normalcy and this kind of behavior was all created by us. It's not real. It's all bullshit. And I think he's right in some regard. But I think what's happened is humans evolved to the point where they realize we need a level of normalcy, a level of common acceptance, a level of ground rules, so that way we can have an ordered society. Without that, you can't have order. You'll just have chaos, right? Okay, was there another video? I think there was one more Ultra submission.
Many people these days are used to the storytelling and vibe of the Bethesda Fallout games.
By the way, we're not going to watch all 17 minutes, but let's see what this guy has to say about original Fallout.
Bethesda has had what I call the Netflix effect on the Fallout series. While this is not always a bad thing, it goes without saying that Bethesda has, in a sense, bubblegummed the franchise. Bethesda was not the first to receive this feedback, though. Black Isle and Interplay were given the same feedback after the release of Fallout 2, with many critics targeting the outrageous humor and extremely time-specific pop culture references. Fallout 2 was still met with favorable reviews, as are the Bethesda games for the most part. Still, many fans have felt the absence of the dark atmosphere that inhabited the first game. While Fallout 2 offered an incredible array of gameplay and quality of life improvements, it wasn't saved from negative criticism. Many chastised the developers for not building enough on the previous title, and people were beginning to find the graphics worn. Many titles around Fallout 2's release were considered to be much better looking.
Wow.
The second entry in the Fallout series would still please fans and critics alike for its gripping story and memorable characters.
Yeah, see, those graphics are very early to mid 90s PC graphics, right? The hand-drawn style. Like, that's like Warcraft, original Warcraft style graphics. So I get why people were criticizing it.
Regardless of the change in atmosphere. What was offered in the original Fallout was a bleak and dreary take on what life post-nuclear would look like. Fallout 2 showed life and civilization much later in the timeline, with the events of Fallout taking place in the year 2161 and Fallout 2 jumping to 2241, an 80-year gap. This could be why we see such a lighthearted and humorous take on the wasteland in Fallout 2. Society may have just become more accustomed to the new world life. Or the devs just liked memes more. So what made Fallout so different from its successors, this bleak, dark, dreary atmosphere that I'm referring to? Well, it starts from the beginning. Fallout opens with something most fans are used to at this point. Distorted pre-war music begins to play. This time it's Maybe by the Ink Spots. Strangely, Interplay originally wanted to use I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire by the same group.
Oh, wow.
Still, for whatever reason, at the time, Interplay was unable to get the license. Maybe was obtained, and the rest is history. We would hear I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire later in the series as the introduction song for Fallout 3. These haunting old world tunes act as a juxtaposition to the horror slowly becoming visible to the player. We see Vault-Tec propaganda followed by more government propaganda from the United States. And commercials flash on the screen as we pan out to reveal the decimated remains of post-war America. This is the first time we see the Fallout wasteland.
That's really cool.
And there's nothing funny or
lighthearted. The juxtaposition of supposedly happy society, commercialism, and then superimpose that with none of this matters anymore because the world ended. I like that.
About it. Clearly, tragedy has struck. Buildings are mere shells of their former structures. The sky is bleak. The land is barren. And then we hear Ron Perlman's narration welcoming us to the series.
War. War never changes. The Romans waged war.
He's also got an awesome voice.
Wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes. In the 21st century, war was still waged over the resources that could be acquired.
Would I ever play Fallout 2, I'm being asked? Very simply put, I don't know if this kind of outdated game would be good for my audience. Would anyone want to see me play a point-and-click, pixelated graphical game from the mid-90s? You know, it might be too outdated to be entertaining to an audience. I could play it because I have the mini PC, and I believe these games do run on modern Steam, but I don't know. That would definitely be a question for you guys more than me. Would I be interested to at least try it? Yeah. To see what the classic Fallout was like? Sure. But would it be entertaining for you guys? I don't know.
Only this time.
You know what those graphics remind me of? Old Diablo. That's what those graphics remind me of. Like, old-style Diablo was like that, too.
The spoils of war were also its weapons. Petroleum.
Is he just going to play the whole intro here? I mean, I'll skip ahead. I don't watch the whole intro. He's literally just playing the whole cold intro.
Life in the vault.
What the hell? It's still going. Can we skip the intro and get some insight?
Them too.
There we go.
Many are social experiments brought forth by the creator of the vaults, Vault-Tec, and the shadow government of the United States, the Enclave. These things aren't explored in the first entry of Fallout too much. It could be that the developers were trying to set a foundation before introducing such a massive backstory, or they hadn't explored the lore themselves. Whatever reason, we are kept in the dark about much of Vault-Tec and their nefarious experiments in the first entry of the series, something that I consider to be some of the bleakest stories in the series. Fallout manages to secure its bleakness with the settlements you visit in-game. Leaving Vault 13 and entering the unknown for the first time is undoubtedly a daunting task. Emerging from the cave and
you know, this reminds me of like Warcraft, original Warcraft, but not a building of your own, base and no resource gather. It's just like it's Warcraft as a walk around adventure game, right? Very, very outdated, but I get it. Like, that's the style it looks like.
Natural light for the first time is sure to be a tremendous life experience for anyone. Marked with only the location of Vault 15, another nearby Vault-Tec vault, the Vault Dweller begins their journey into the wastes, running directly in to Shady Sands. Shady Sands is a small farming community doing their best to get by, and we see the bleakness of this universe here in spades. The town is plagued by ignorance, which is leading their crops to wilt. This, coupled with the various Rad Scorpion and Raider attacks, it's a harsh living indeed.
Hard to read, it's
Yet,
so small.
Much like most of the wasteland, the people carry on, and in later entries we see that Shady Sands becomes one of the most potent factions in the desert, annexing many territories and spreading their law and order wherever they may find themselves. Still, we see the bleak beginnings of this mighty faction in Trading Town. This hopeless feeling follows us everywhere we go in Fallout. From the larger settlement areas like Aditum and the Boneyard, formerly Los Angeles, to the other smaller settlements like Junktown, people are still just barely getting by. The most well-off still scrape by for survival. Cities like the Hub, which stretch for miles and miles, still hold the universal tone of bleakness. Sure, many people find work guarding in caravans or helping the local law with the scum around town, but the scum often wins in Fallout.
So basically what he's saying is, original Fallout was actually a very dark, like almost Mad Max-esque plot. It wasn't until Fallout 2 it became more lighthearted. And Fallout 3, let's be honest, is there bleakness to it? Yes, but it's almost to the point of like comedy. Like maybe the reason they did that is because it's so bleak that like people are like just, they're nuts, right? Because there is a lot of comedy in Fallout 3 for sure, but man, a lot of people die. It's very gory, right? And it's everything. It's just glossed over, like, oh well, like it's not serious at all, right? Okay, all right, well, good stuff. All right, we have now finished, excuse me, with the Ultra member submissions. So that's great, and thank you to those who did submit those as Ultra members, except for that person who I will have to ban later, who tried to fool us. But now, in the next part, we will head into the standard, or as they say, submission level members nominations in a randomized playlist. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you're having a good time so far. I am, and I will see you in part 4 when we get to those new type of submissions. See you then.